Good afternoon, my friends. Welcome back to the channel. Hitchhiking Yeti here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it, by the way. The weather today is immaculate. It is clear skies. It's beautiful. The birds are chirping. Nature is happy. Therefore, I'm happy. We're going to hit some of the small towns on these back roads of North Carolina and just have a nice little exploration day. I love these type of vlogs because I get to learn so much about all these little smaller communities. We're going to keep our eyes peeled for some old ghost signs on the side of these old brick buildings and anything else we can see that's kind of old. I love old stuff, so let's go ahead and get started. Thank you for hanging out with me. I really do appreciate it. All right, so our first storefront we're going to look at today is a place called Feather Pick Boutique and Western Wear, located right here on North Main Street here in Walnut Cove, North Carolina. It says our roots run deep. It was actually established in 1889, this little town, so pretty awesome. I do know there's about 1,500 souls that live here in this town, and this is an awesome little area. By the way, I just went in here at 137 North Main Street here at Creations Coffee Company and scored myself a nice vanilla latte. And I gotta tell you something. A little small town coffee shop knows how to make a good vanilla latte. This thing is quite tasty. So right here on the corner of Mitchell Street and Main Street is an awesome mural. Look at this. This old Pepsi Cola ghost sign right here. Now this thing has not been touched up in a really long time. This is awesome. That is so cool. A lot of times you see Coca-Cola signs. You know, I've seen quite a few on my videos and documented them, but very rarely do you actually see a good Pepsi Cola sign. You know, I know a few years ago I actually made my way to New Bern, North Carolina, which is the birthplace of Pepsi Cola. If you've never seen that vlog, I will definitely put it down in the, I'll link it down in the description below for you to go check that out. That was a really fun day, very interesting day, the town of New Bern. Got to learn a little bit about how Pepsi Cola was made. It's actually kind of like a cough syrup. But yeah, I'm sitting there looking at this other mural right here, trying to figure this out as I ramble along, but really I'm not sure what it is. Something was 5 cents. I don't know, can you make that out? Is that a F-O-U-N-T-S up there maybe? Tiles? I don't know. Probably if I could read what the top part up there was, I could probably make it all out, but really not sure. And right here, this storefront is called the Milk Bar. It's like we've got us an ice cream shop right here. And check out this crazy looking plaque they got out here with the rendition or artistic rendition of this cow. Look at his eyes. He's like cross-eyed. Love this old welcome sign, very rustic looking. Really, really cool. And it looks like it's still open. It is still early in the day right now, so I wouldn't imagine it'll be open this early in the morning. But then there's their ice cream. And one of their flavors right here is one of my favorites. Sea salt caramel. Bet that is quite tasty. Speaking of tasty, this has got to be one of the best vanilla lattes I have ever had in my life. Who would have thought a little small town like this could crank out a super vanilla-y, tasty vanilla latte? Oh man, this is so good. And speaking of other awesome things, look at this old mural here on the side of this building. This cinder block building right here. Look at that. Old chimney up there. Look at this. Got a light post. It's almost like shadows of the past. That is so cool. Man, you can tell this building's got to be old just by looking at the windows. Some geese flying over. And right down here toward the end of the building, right here is their post office here in town. All right, I made my way across the street. You can see those murals painted on the side of the building over there. I came over here, they got a place called Wildfire Tattoo, established in the year 2000. And the cool thing about this is right next door to it, they have a speed shop right here. It's called Murray Powersports. Murray'sPowersports.com. Right, here's their hours of their business. And it doesn't take long to figure out what they do here. They are all into ATVs, off-road vehicles, motorcycles, side-by-sides, that type of stuff. They actually do repairs here. I looked them up online. They really have I think they have a really nice shop right here. Ooh, check that out. I'm really into this type of stuff because back when I was a kid growing up, yours truly was quite the rider. Not to toot my own horn or anything, but I can definitely ride a bike pretty good. Brings back a lot of good memories. Now, at this point in time, I've not rode a motorcycle in probably 15, 20 years, but kind of take you through my life, my childhood. My first bike was a DS80, Suzuki DS80. That's what I learned to ride on. And then from there, I went to a YZ80 and kind of got into racing a little bit, just lightly, just a little bit. Racing ended up being very expensive. So that wasn't, my dad was not a big fan of that part of it. And then later on, I graduated up to an RM250 and did a lot of riding then. Had a great time, had some good buddies to ride with. It was a lot of fun, you know. So just wanted to put that out there. Now you know a little bit about my backstory. I was definitely into dirt bike racing and riding. So it looks like I'm gonna have to make my way back across the street now because this is awesome. Walnut Cove Motor Company, Inc. Look, it's an old Ford company right here, or it says Lincoln Ford on it, service, sales. Check that out. Now that just is a relic right there. That is absolutely beautiful. All right, I have walked across the street, made it safely to the other side. Thought I'd peek in the door. I wonder if this used to be some kind of a barbershop at one time. Maybe it's still a barbershop, I don't know, but it's kind of looking inside and I can see how they got a sink over there and stuff. It might have been a barbershop. I don't really see a barber chair per se right now. They got some old relics in there though. Look at these, that old drink machine back there in the back. And then look at this old mini bike right here. And then look at this old tricycle. It's like a Ford tractor. That is pretty epic. And then when we come over here, they got this old Schwinn bicycle right here, giving me some really big Pee-wee's Big Adventure vibes. That Schwinn, that is pretty epic. And now let's peek in the actual big windows. Oh my goodness, I'm in love. Look at that. That is what I'm talking about. Anyone who knows me knows I am a big fan of the Shelby brand. And this is a Shelby Mustang right here. It's actually a GT350. That Shelby badging, that is a beautiful car, man. That is so nice. Very, very pretty. Whoo! It looks like he's got another GT350 back there in the back. It's a darker blue with white pinstripes or white over-the-top racing stripes on it. And then right here is yet another GT500 KR. Woo-wee! That is so cool. I gotta say, I'm so sad that right there is gone. That vanilla latte rocked. That was so delicious. But now we have made it up here to, I think this is pronounced Palmetto Theatre. You see the old marquee up there. It's an overhang. Check out the blue doors right here. It's pretty cool looking doors. Meet me at the movies. Got hot popcorn. And this here is the main entrance. Right here's the ticket booth. Got Frosty the Snowman in there selling the tickets. Pretty cool. Over here's the old marquee. Just think about all the movie posters that has been adorned on this marquee over the years. And this here is their 2025 dates. We got some Memphis Thunder. Final Elvis birthday celebration show. It was on January 4th. Some classic country. Another Elvis night celebration show, which is going to be happening on August 15th. And then look on down here, an Elvis Christmas. Memphis Thunder, December 6th. It's 7:30. Frosty's got the hookup. He knows how to get Elvis Presley stuff in the theater. You don't have to drive all the way to Memphis, Tennessee to get your Elvis fix. You just come to Walnut Cove, North Carolina, and we'll get it done. Right here they have a bakery. Here's a local bakery out here. I actually stopped in and asked those women about the theater a little bit. Gave me a little information. Here is another coffee shop. So 2 coffee shops here. And I must say, there's nothing that says country more so than this signage right here. Check out this sign to this storefront. The Just Plain Country Store. It says, Granny had it, we got it. So in other words, anything you could find in your grandma's house, they possibly have it here. This is like an antique crafters mall. Pretty cool. Look at the sign up there, Just Plain Country. Really like that. Pretty awesome. They're actually opening for business right now. These old gas pumps out front. Not super old. We're not talking like 60s, but you could definitely find that back in the 80s, the 90s, back in the day when, you know, gas was much cheaper. Yeah, pretty epic stuff right here. Wow, look at this old gas pump right here. Look at that, 89 octane. Pumps, this was pump 3 and 4. Look at that. I've never seen the innards of a gas pump before, but right there is the pump, the belt's still on it. Check that out. That is pretty rad. Right here in front of this old Roller Mills Inc. It's got some ghost signage up there on the side of that. I really can't make it out. Look at all the growth. This place has been shut down forever. Look at all the growth growing up over the wall over here on these, like on this silo side. Man, that is pretty cool. All right, now we have left the town of Walnut Cove, and now I'm on the back roads as we head toward another town called Stokesdale, North Carolina. All right, my friends, welcome to the town of Stokesdale, North Carolina, founded in 1860. Looks like it was actually incorporated in 1907. Right here in front of the old fire department. We have this really epic looking clock right here. Really cool. Look at these old buildings. We'll kind of take a walk down the main drag here and check out some of these storefronts before we move out of Stokesdale. I gotta say, Stokesdale is a much smaller town than Walnut Cove, where we were just located. About 1,000 less people that live here, and doesn't mean the road's any less busy. This road is humming. There's a lot of traffic here on this street right here. It runs right down to the main part of town. Yeah, this town right here has a lot of charm, a lot of character to it. These old brick buildings, storefronts. So here's called the Pineapple Porch Home and Gifts here in Stokesdale. Gifts and more, home decor. Do you like the brick walkway we have out here in the front? This here is a roofing and gutter storefront. So right here, this building is actually for MCM Resourcing LLC business. And they own this building too, it looks like. And they're actually doing some construction, doing a little bit of painting, fixing everything up. They got their welcome mat out here. But that is such a cool looking building. I love the brickwork, old rustic look to it. But if we look over here on the side, maybe before it was MCM, whatever that means, maybe it was an old hardware store at one time, hardware supply store. They ain't took down this sign quite yet. So gives us a little idea here. And right next door, we got the New Hope Medical Group PA. And I like out here on these lamp posts, some of the businesses will actually put their banners out here. I think that's a really cool touch right there. Here's 119 on North Boutique, Stokesdale. Got a little boutique store right there. It's actually open today. And then look at this old building. Holy crap. The brickwork. Looks like there used to be an old sign up there at the top that's long been removed. That is pretty cool. Really neat looking. I wonder if that was a possible theater at one time. Maybe not. Most theaters probably wouldn't have windows right here. That might even been like an upstairs apartment area or something another. But take a closer look at the front of this place. At one time it looks like they was going to fix it up, but the paint is pretty rough for wear. Got like some old crate holes down there for sound. You got some burlap sack on the inside. Looks like they got some painter's tape, so maybe they are doing some painting on the innards of this place. Painter's tape around everything. I see a huge ladder just on the inside, you can see in there. So yeah, they are doing a lot of work inside of this building. Who knows what this might be. And right here we have a place called Fisherman's Cove. Bait, tackle, and more. They got tackle, apparel, outdoors, and more. It is open today. Got their signage glowing. Little blackboard out here to give you their hours. Actually closed on Mondays and Sundays. All right, so right here next to the bait and tackle shop, you have this old building that kind of bookends the downtown area here. Really cool looking place. Look at this old store right here. Got a little chair sitting out here. And I'm thinking at one time there was a light post, a lamp post right here, just as we see on down the town. But maybe somebody got a little jiggy with it and ran into it and probably knocked it down. But good thing they didn't hit these, man. These things here are solid. These are like iron posts. I mean, they are solid. There's no hollow going on there. That is a solid structure. Look at this old radio. My mom used to have a radio in the house just like that. It's called the County Line Radio. That is awesome. Look at this old lava lamp right there. That is pretty neat. This looks just like a storage place for somebody maybe, because there's just all kinds of stuff in there. There's no real rhyme or reason of what's in there. There's an exercise bike right here, some luggage. And right here, it looks like like above ground swimming pool ladder maybe. Check that out. Now I've made my way over here to the side of this same building I was just showing you with all the goodies inside, but check out this cool postcard mural on the side of the wall here. Greetings from Stokesdale. Preserve our heritage, growing our future. It says you are here right over here. 1989, November 9th. Yeah, pretty cool. Kind of turn over here to this side and we see this old baby blue building right here. In this location here is called Down 420 Lane. Very, very interesting sign. Very bright, colorful. If you did not know, 420 I think stands for the largest marijuana bust in U.S. history. And that's why a lot of smokers of that plant, 420 is like a call sign almost, but this is indeed a smoke shop here. This old baby blue building, brick building right here, which from what I can tell used to be a bank, because right here is a teller window over here on the far side. I don't know if you can still just drive up and get your smoke and go on. I don't know how that works, but as you see, they do have the flowers hanging along here. I guess they light up at night when they're illuminated. They look like lights, but yeah, this is just an old teller window. Check this out. It says honk for service. If we don't see you, we will be with you as soon as possible. Thank you for supporting local. So yeah, that is pretty awesome. Pretty cool place. All right, I guess that will pretty much do it for Stokesdale. Nice, short and sweet. A lot of cool little things here to see. Nice, quaint little town. A lot of traffic. Oh, wow, man, the road is just, it is so busy. That really shocks me how busy this road is. So now let's go head on up toward Madison. Never been to Madison either. Can't wait to see Madison. I've always wanted to go to Madison, North Carolina. Okay, I've made my way just outside of Madison, North Carolina now. This is on the corner of Mineral Springs Road. And this here is Highway 74, where all this hustling and bustling traffic is going on. But look at this old building, this old storefront right across the road here from me on Highway 74. Very interesting looking place. It's like an old country store possibly. But there's, if you notice right below the windows, how the design of those little squares are kind of lined up. And then when I look over here, this has got kind of the same artistic vibe going on. It's got those same squares. I don't know if it belonged to the same or it was just built in the same time period, maybe. Very interesting looking. It's like little peaks, little teepees on the very top of the structure. And right across the road here, this is called Grogan's Riverfront in Office. I have to go over here and check this out. This is actually Mineral Springs Road right here that I'm walking across. This is the road I drove up on. So this here is I done a little read about this place. It's actually an iconic motel built in 1931, and it was abandoned from 1980 to 2020. And that's what I read online about it. But look at that old office sign right here. That is pretty cool. But from what I can tell, it's still abandoned. There's nothing going on here. The windows have boards on them. They got it boarded up. You can tell, I guess, at one time they used to have lights out here at each door for this little motel. And it sits right here on the Dan River, which the Dan River, if you follow it north, it'll take you all the way into Virginia. And there's really a very interesting place on the Dan River when you cross over into Virginia from North Carolina, or vice versa, obviously. There's a place up there, it's called Satan's Bridge. Kid you not. It's got like paint all over it, spray painted. Quite an interesting little bridge, little stories that goes along with that place. We might go visit there someday. But yeah, but this place right here, if that right there was the motel, this is not the riverfront over here, but once again, maybe they're connected. I'm not sure. I'm definitely thinking this is connected to that just because of the artistic style of the building itself. Very similar. I don't know if this was, I don't think this must have just been businesses, right? Seemed like there's quite a few, or maybe it was apartments. You had a door to go into the apartment. Maybe you had a nice little garage for your car. You can see how it was lined off back in the day, where you supposed to pull in. Everybody had their own little driveway, maybe. Or who knows, maybe it was something else. I'm not sure. Definitely put in the comments section down below if you know what the heck this used to be, because this is one fascinating building. You don't see buildings like this every day, at least in the east. Maybe if you go out west, you can find some stuff like this. But yeah, this is crazy looking. I'm going to walk all the way down here to the very end and see what's down here before we make our way on into Madison. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking this used to be some kind of apartments or something, because right there, that was room 28 right there, apartment 28. And this is the sidewalk that would you could walk down, you know, for each apartment, connecting it to each other. But boy, you can tell this place has really got some age. It's been closed for quite a long time. Especially down here on the very end. Look at this. Look at that down there. Holy smokes. It's like more apartments. Should I do it? Should we walk down in there? Heck yeah. Hitchhiking Yeti, man, you gotta go. We're just gonna send it. We're gonna go down here and try to be careful. All right. And here we are. That old light fixture right there. Like we got this old cross place right here. They also had lights out here in the ceiling at one time. See where the lights used to be, the fixtures. Should we do it? Yeah, we come this far. Let's walk inside here and look at all the paint pillage. How old is this paint, do you think? I would imagine very old. Is it old enough to have lead in it? Didn't they used to have lead in paint? Ooh, we got us a light switch. Nothing. No lights, sorry guys. We don't really need it right now anyway. Right there is a John. Man, they must have ate beans last night. They blew the door off. Yeah, man. Ooh, this room really looks rough. Rough for wear. Kind of stay along the edge here because that definitely caved in. Yeah, pretty creepy. I'm just going to take a peek in this room. This is pretty much on the ground. You can see the ground right there. Maybe we can come out this side. Yep. There we go. We did it. We did a lap. And surprisingly enough, no spider webs. So let's go ahead and move on. I just had to investigate a little bit. This is how I am. So let's move on over to the town of Madison and we're going to wrap our video up. Let's go check out some real town now. This old abandoned stuff is a lot of fun, but let's go to Madison and check out a beautiful little town. Can't wait. Welcome to Madison, North Carolina. Right here it is. Welcome to historic downtown Madison. Established in 1815 and chartered in 1873. I'm excited to be here. Check out this old kind of rock building over here. It's called Bob's Restaurant. That's a pretty cool looking place. And then right across the street from that, we have this Pepsi Cola. Enjoy Pepsi Cola mural up here on the side of this wall. What a pretty little town. This is like, man, this is what I'm talking about, man. I love this stuff. This is great. All right, and right here is our first little storefront that we're going to walk by. This here is actually a hobby shop, but I'm going to imagine at one time this was something way different. Because look at this big garage bay door right here. This might have been some other kind of business where they might more like a repair shop or something, but yeah, man, they got some Traxxas vehicles inside. Look at that. Now I'm going to imagine that there's been in the sun a while because that box looks pretty old and kind of sun bleached. This storefront right here is called Clay Revolution. And they're doing a little bit of celebrating. Right there's an epic looking clock tower, which I think we're going to go see that before we leave today. But right here it is, Madison, 1818 to 2018, celebration of 200 years here at the Clay Revolution. So this is outdated. This is we're way past 2018, but Loretta's Vintage and Collectibles. One thing that's definitely a thing about these little old small towns, all of them has a collectible store, right? You got all kind of collectible stuff. Look at this Speed Racer right here. Go Speed Racer! Remember that? There was a cartoon, the Speed Racer. There's an old Elliott Sadler Winter Circle NASCAR, actually autographed by Elliott. Which he's not too far from here. I think he was in South Boston, Virginia. So that's not too far. We're not too far away from the Virginia line. Right here we got some more NASCAR. It's actually an old Jamie McMurray t-shirt. Some vintage stuff that I actually recognize. I'm kind of excited. All right, I made my way down here to kind of the town square. We're going to make our way down East Murphy Street now and make our way toward the epic looking clock tower down the way here. I gotta say, I'm kind of impressed with Madison because, you know, sometimes you come to these old towns and some of the stores will be empty. But here there's a lot of stores that are still open. Right here at this insurance company, they're definitely celebrating St. Patrick's Day as it grows ever so much nearer. Look at his beard. That is bright. It's like a fluorescent orange. It's a happy little dude. Coming soon, Triad Retirement Group Medical and Healthcare Insurance right here in this quaint little green building. But right next to it, look at this little free books. It's like a grandfather clock design. Now that is pretty cool. My wife's going to get a kick out of this. She's a book lover and she's going to get into this. This is very, very neat. I don't think I've ever seen one designed quite like that. And I don't know if it's designed like a grandfather clock, because we're kind of close to Martinsville, Virginia. If you're a NASCAR fan, you know when you win at the half-mile paperclip, you get a grandfather clock. I don't think it's anything connected, but that's just my mind. That's what popped in there. This place right here is a nice little place. It's called Southern Spirits. You chill, we grill. It's got some outdoor seating out here on this nice little patio area. And overlooking the patio area is a pretty epic looking ghost sign up there. When I say ghost sign, that thing is like Casper the Ghost. You can barely make out anything. It looks like Rockingham Auto Company, maybe is what that used to say. I don't know, but nonetheless, it is there. I don't know how that's going to show up in the video, but I love stuff like that. Trying to make it out is kind of fun. Okay, so I made my way down here to North Dalton Street and Murphy Street, right here on the corner. And sorry for the wind, but right up there is this epic clock tower that has the date 1919 on it. And this is their war memorial clock tower here in town. That is pretty epic. I don't know if you guys can read or not, but inside the clock, that green, it actually says, "In memory of all who served and died for our flag." All right, so you can kind of see the ghost signage up there. You can make out grocery company. And I went into the pawn shop next door here, and this was a grocery place at one time, a grocery store, grocery market. And he said all these bricked up windows used to be all like glass. And then Jim Dandy, which is in it now, bought this. And they used to do like textile work right here in this building. But he said that's kind of changed now. They bricked up everything, and now it's just a place where when stuff comes in, textile stuff comes in from China, they repackage it here and then they ship it out. So that's kind of what's going on. So I walked across the street because they do have a placard over here I want to check out. This is the Madison Town Clock. 1919, a memorial to the men who served and died in World War I, not II, but World War I. Jim Vaughn, the American Legion and local citizen, contributed to the purchase of the clock. The purpose of the clock was to serve as a local war memorial for those who served in the Great War. The clock is a rare number 2 striking clock which still operates by winding to this very day. So I've kind of walked my way back up toward the town square area. Just noticed this wild looking marquee up here, almost like something you would see at a movie theater, but not saying this used to be a movie theater or anything like that, but has a really neat sign with some cool lights around it. But right now this is called the Mad Bean Coffee Cafe. All right, I made my way down here on North Market Street, right here at the Madison License Plate Agency. Have a really nice mural right here with some sunflowers. Got some horses, a little silo action going on there. Really nice little mural. Now I'm just gonna come up here and just cut up, what's this called? East Murphy. And check this out. All right, there's another ghost sign right over here on the side of this building, but I definitely cannot make that out. I'm not sure what that is. This right here looks to be the Bakery 1818, a venue with sweet beginnings. Everybody can go in here and take your vows, pick you out a cake, have a little wedding, and get your cake too. I think they do a little bit of everything in there from what I read online. I think they don't just sell cakes. I think you can get married in here. Very cool, very awesome. And this right here is Madison Dry Goods, built in 1908. This is a very, very old. Look at some of this stuff, this rustic bicycle we have right here in the store window. Oh, baby doll. That looks kind of creepy, really, when you think about it. Yeah, a lot of stuff here. Got some old Coca-Cola, some knee-high bottles, grape soda. My wife's a big fan of those. Look at that old Coke bottle right there. Looks like they dug that thing up out of the ground. Massive, a lot of Coke stuff here, really cool. And check this old storefront out right here across the road from me. Grogan Hardware Company. Now, when we got into town, just on the outskirts, we seen the old Grogan, like riverfront motel that was super old, or, you know, built in the early 1900s. And this place right here, you can actually see up there, like some of the brands they used to sell here, like Frigidaire, Maytag, washers. So yeah, pretty cool. They got radios and stoves and parts all here in the Grogan Hardware store, which has long been shut down, but at least the old signage, the old paint is still hanging around on this storefront. All right, so this is a really cool, good looking mural I found right here on the wall here. Mary Cardwell Dawson. So if you do not know who Mary is, Mary was actually born in 1894 and she passed away in 1962. She was an American opera singer and voice teacher. She was the founding director of the National Negro Opera Company. In 1961, Dawson was appointed to the National Music Committee by none other than President John F. Kennedy. All right, so if you did not know, Miss Dawson, the reason she's up there and painted on the side is she was actually from Madison, North Carolina. This is where she was born and raised. So that was a cool little remembrance of her and her accomplishments, kind of who she was here in the downtown area. Pretty awesome. So that being said, I think that's it for me. I think I'm all done. Time to skid on down the road. Got to see a lot of good stuff today. I hope you enjoyed today's vlog. I know I had a great time. I had a wonderful time getting out today. Wish the wind would have held off a little bit. I actually had to switch over to my mic just to drown out some of this wind noise. It was absolutely crazy. But all that being said, I am all done today. Thank you so much for watching, my friends. Until next time, I am the Hitchhiking Yeti. Thank you so much. Hope everyone stays safe out there, and I hope to see you all again very soon. Y'all be good, because I'll be good. So long, Madison, North Carolina. It's been nice. And I'll probably come back and visit again someday. Yeah.